There is a fruit called jackfruit, which when ripe has a sweet and delicious flavor reminiscent of chocolate pudding, although many believe its taste combines that of an apple and an orange. Others point out that it is very similar to mango, both in flavor and appearance. This tropical fruit is native to Southeast Asia and is known for its large size and fleshy pulp. Its unique texture and flavor make it a popular choice for preparing desserts and sweet dishes. The jackfruit is also a versatile fruit, as it can be used in savory recipes as a meat substitute. The actors who voice Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Wayne Oldwine and Rosie Taylor, were married in real life. Wayne began voicing Mickey in 1977, while Rosie Taylor became the voice of Minnie in 1986. Both developed a relationship during their work together and married in 1991. Their love transcended the screen, and they were a happy couple until Wayne's passing in 2009. Their marriage is a beautiful love story that transcended the iconic characters they portrayed. These wonderful machines are revolutionizing the way we manufacture objects and are also being used for the creation of human organs. Through bioprinting, tissues and complex biological structures can be printed using living cells and biocompatible materials. This holds the potential to change regenerative medicine and organ donation. Some organs, such as skin and the trachea, have already been successfully implemented and transplanted into patients. However, the bioprinting of more complex organs like the heart or liver is still in development and presents technical and ethical challenges. While much work remains to be done, 3D printing of organs promises to revolutionize healthcare and save lives in the future. Although it is loved and hated by others in the past, ketchup used to be marketed as medicine. In the late 19th century, it was believed to have healing properties and was marketed as a tonic for digestive problems and stomach ailments. It was attributed beneficial qualities due to ingredients like vinegar and spices. However, over time, it was discovered that these claims were exaggerated and unfounded. Fortunately, ketchup evolved to become the popular condiment we know today, primarily used on foods like hamburgers, fries, and hot dogs. Kim Kardashian, famous entrepreneur and television personality, has made recent headlines due to an unusual clause in her will. This clause, known as the Glamour Clause, stipulates that after her passing, an annual party must be organized in her honor, where guests are required to wear haute couture and enjoy a luxurious experience. Although it may seem surprising, an ostrich's eye is larger than its brain, and this fact is true. Despite being the largest bird in the world, the size of its brain is quite small in comparison to its body. However, its eye is much larger, providing it with excellent vision, allowing it to detect threats from a distance. There are 2 countries in the world where Coca-Cola is not available for purchase. The first is North Korea, a highly isolated country with an extremely restrictive government. International sanctions and government policy have led to the absence of foreign products, including Coca-Cola. The second country is Cuba, which has historically had trade restrictions with the United States. There is a village in Japan called Nagoro, where there are more rag dolls than people, and the person responsible for this curious case is local artist Ayano Tsukimi, who returned to her hometown after many years and noticed the decline in the population. To preserve the memory of the inhabitants, she began to create human-shaped rag dolls, representing real people who used to live there. Now, over 350 dolls fill the streets of Nagoro, from schools to farmland. What would you do for the love of your life? What better example than our friends, the penguins? You should know that when a male finds a potential mate, he searches for a stone and offers it to the female. If she accepts the stone, it means they are together and begin to build their nest. But the curious thing is that if the male cannot find a suitable stone, He will look for any nearby object, even a can or a leaf, and offer it in the same way. In its beginnings, McDonald's was a modest fast food stand in California, founded by brothers Richard and Morris McDonald in 1940. However, at that time, they did not sell hamburgers as we know them today. In fact, their menu mainly consisted of hot dogs, shakes, and coffee. It was in the 1940s when the McDonald brothers decided to change their focus and simplify their food preparation process. They introduced the concept of fast food service, where they focused on speed and efficiency to serve customers. They eliminated menu items that took too long to prepare and concentrated on hamburgers as their main product. This record is held by the famous fashion brand Gucci. The exclusive pants are made with high-quality materials and feature unique designs. Their record price reached the impressive figure of $3,014, making them an unparalleled luxury item. China is currently the country with the highest number of internet users in the world, with a population of over 1.412 billion people. China has experienced impressive growth in access to and use of the internet in recent years, with 1.050 billion users utilizing this wonderful technology. China's internet infrastructure is extensive and advanced, with many service providers and cutting-edge technology. However, it is worth mentioning that China also has a policy of censorship and strict control over online information, which has resulted in certain restrictions and limitations on freedom of expression and access to content online. Australia, the largest country in Oceania, has a coastline that is approximately 4,000 kilometers wide. On the other hand, the Moon has a diameter of about 3,474 kilometers. In terms of size, Australia is wider than the Moon, which means that if you could place the Moon horizontally over the surface of Australia, the Moon would not be large enough to completely cover the width of the continent. This comparison gives us an idea of the vastness of Australia and the relatively small scale of the Moon in comparison. That oasis of tranquility and privacy is a place where the mind finds the freedom to wander. Although it sounds surprising, multiple studies have shown that people are more creative while showering. The relaxing environment and lack of distractions stimulate the generation of fresh ideas and innovative solutions. The combination of hot water and the feeling of well-being promotes the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with creativity. Additionally, the shower provides a tech-free space, allowing the mind to flow and connect with original thoughts. Although it may seem like a fantasy creature, the unicorn has been an important symbol in Scottish history for centuries. It is said to represent strength, purity, and nobility. The connection of the unicorn with Scotland dates back to the 12th century, when it appeared on the royal seal of King William I. Since then, it has been a recognized emblem of the country and can be found on various coats of arms, flags, and iconic buildings in Scotland. On December 17, 1903, the Wright brothers, Wilbur and Orville, made history when they achieved the first powered flight of an airplane. This milestone occurred in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, United States. The airplane, named Flyer, had a wingspan of 12 meters and was equipped with a 12-horsepower engine. During its first flight, Orville piloted the Flyer, which traveled a distance of 36.5 meters and lasted 12 seconds. Nutmeg is a spice derived from the seed of the Myristica fragrans tree. Although it is commonly used in cooking to add flavor to dishes and beverages in large quantities, nutmeg contains a substance called myristicin that can have hallucinogenic effects. However, Consuming large amounts of nutmeg to experience these effects can be extremely dangerous and potentially toxic, as it can also cause serious side effects such as nausea, vomiting, dizziness, and heart palpitations. Lobster 1 in 2 million. This extremely low probability is due to the fact that most lobsters are brownish-green, which provides them with camouflage in their marine environment. However, in rare cases, bright blue lobsters have been recorded due to a genetic anomaly. These blue lobsters are considered a rarity and have captured the attention of scientists and nature lovers due to their uniqueness. Their dazzling appearance makes them a fascinating and coveted phenomenon for those lucky enough to encounter one.